I haven't been eating much lately. Can't afford to, really. That's just where life is right now, man. You make enough to not get help, but not enough to get by. Forget basic medication for kidney failure. Don't have the insurance to cover it. So what do? You suck it up and you just keep moving. You just keep moving no matter what pain you have, no matter how bad it feels, you just keep trying to make it work. And it's getting pretty crappy to make it work. Because I'm in a lot of pain right now. I really am. And I'd really just like a chance to take a breather and get the help I need and not have to worry about food for a day. And that's just kind of where life is.
I don't care how normal this feels. If this is adulthood, y'all can keep it. It's wild how we've normalized this shit. Like working all week, barely surviving, and then acting like a 2-day weekend is enough to fix everything. Like, bro, I don't need a day off. I need a whole life reset. I'm not tired because I didn't sleep. I'm tired because every part of this feels rigged from every corner. Rent's higher, gas is higher, groceries are insane. But no, apparently, we're just not working hard enough. We were taught to smile through it and just be grateful for you have a job. Meanwhile, half of this country is one emergency away from losing everything and don't even think about slowing down because the second you pause, you feel guilty. Like you should be doing more, spending more, posting more, being more. And when you finally speak up, people hit you with the same tired shit. Like, just work harder. Just stop being negative. Try a side hustle. For what? Just so we can be tired in more creative ways? Nobody wants to say it, but the truth is this isn't living. This is just making it to the next bill. And maybe you've gotten used to it. Maybe you've convinced yourself that this is just how life works. But deep down, this isn't what we were made for. We were meant to build, connect, create, explore, not grind ourselves into the dirt so someone else can sit back and profit off of the scraps. I don't know what this is, but it damn sure isn't living.
I want to tell y'all what, and this being honest, it comes from my heart. I don't care where you work at and what you do for a living. Do not sit there and absolutely just work yourself till you can't work no more. Because the more you give to a company, the more they're going to ask out of you. And you can pass out and hit the ground and be gone one day, and they'll have your ass replaced the next day. They don't care about you. I don't care what companies. You can sit there for any company in this world. I don't care who they are. They don't give a crap about you. They only give a shit what they can get out of you. That's what they give a crap about. I'm telling you now. So for all those factory workers and everybody out there, hey, I understand you want to work hard, you want to make money. I get that. But when you start putting a lot into it, your reward is more work. The harder you work, the more work they give you. That's what it always seems like. The good workers, the hard workers, they get the most work. When all the other folks don't want to work, don't want to do shit, they get all the good jobs. I know this by experience. So I'm just telling you, when you go to work, do what is required of you and go home. Be with your family. Because I'm going to tell you, there ain't a job in this world more important than your family. Just going to let y'all know that. Y'all have a good day.
You know what I've learned after decades of managing people? Good employees almost never quit because of the work. They quit because of frustration. They quit because nobody listens to them. They quit because they're expected to carry the team while everyone else gets a free pass. They quit because they stop feeling appreciated. And here's the mistake a lot of managers make. When a good employee starts speaking up, complaining, or pushing back, they label them as a problem. But most of the time, that's not a problem employee. That's a good employee who's trying to tell you something is broken. The employee you should worry about isn't the one who's talking, it's the one who's gotten quiet. Because once good employees stop caring enough to speak up, they're usually already halfway out the door. And by the time they turn in their notice, the decision was made a week or a month ago. Good employees don't quit jobs, they quit environments. And great leaders learn to spot the warning signs before it's too late.
See them boats out there? They have to pay to be there, yeah? But who are you paying? Who owns the sea? How can you own the sea? Like, who are they buying it off? You know what I mean? Like, have they offered Poseidon some Bitcoin for it? Have they dived to the bottom of Davy Jones's locker and had a meeting with the Kraken? I'll tell you what they done. They wrote up a Microsoft Word document. We hereby declare ownership over the sea. And then they signed it themselves. They signed it themselves. That sea is no more yours than it is mine. If that was my boat out there, I'd say, prove to me you own the sea. Prove it. And I don't want to see some bodgy document where you've signed it yourself. Where's it written in the sea that you own it? And then I'll pay you. It's the same as, oh, they were in our airspace. In your airspace? How can you own the air? Who are you buying the air off of? Humans invented Microsoft Word and started writing up documents claiming ownership over the natural world and then signing it themselves.
Bro, my thing is, after $1 billion, what much more do you want to do? You can do just about anything you want. I feel like the average person probably want them a good little M, and they good, they straight. At 100 billion, what much more do you want to accomplish? Like, bro, you can achieve everything you want. What's on your goals right now? Let's not even talk about like Elon Musk at $1 trillion. Like at $1 trillion, now you just doing too much. That you can do everything, but you still just want more. What's the point?
No animal on...
Bro, I'm just sitting here thinking on some late night thinking stuff. Like, I really got nothing to my name right now, bro. I'm at my mama's house, nothing. Like, I got nothing right now, I ain't gonna lie. But that don't mean that I quit. That don't mean that I give up. That don't mean that I stop pursuing everything I'm trying to pursue and everything I'm trying to build in this life. Like, that goes for y'all too, bro. Just because things might not have worked out yet or things might not have clicked yet doesn't mean you give up. Because you're always one step away, you're always one move away, you're always one post away from everything changing, from everything doing a 180, from everything just clicking just like that. So I say all that to say, like, don't quit, bro. Even when you might doubt yourself, even when you feel like nothing's working, even when you feel like you're just doing things for no reason, bro, you could be one move away from the breakthrough. You could be one move away from everything working out how you want it to work out. So keep going, bro. Even if you're in the same position I'm in right now, keep going.
This shit right here don't make no damn sense to me. How come back in the day, corporations made so much profit that they could afford to pay American skilled laborers enough money every year that a single member of a household could go and work at a factory for 40 to 50 hours a week, maybe pulling in some of that overtime, but that man could go out and work 40 and 50 hours a week. The wife could stay home and raise children. And he brought home enough money that he could provide a life for his family. He could provide a roof over their head. He could put food in their stomachs. He could put gifts under the tree. He could take them on vacations every single year and be the sole provider in his household, working at a factory job. How come these companies managed to make so much profit that they could completely tear down and redesign their most popular vehicles every single year? You think I'm playing with you? You can tell what year a car is based on their taillights. Go look at an Impala throughout the 60s. Tell me you can't tell what year it is based solely on what taillights it has. Whereas nowadays, you can't tell the difference between a 2013 and a 2017 on most vehicles. You can't tell the difference between them. You got manufacturers that'll make a car and it'll look exactly the same for damn near a decade. And yet, you can't afford to pay your employees a living wage. You can't afford to not outsource. You can't afford to use good quality products. You got cars that were built in the 60s that are still on the road today, driving around. You got cars built in the 70s and the 80s still running. I got a truck that I drive on a daily basis older than I am. Older than I am. And I don't put shit into it. I just keep it running. I maintain it. I'm not over here throwing money into the motor every other week. It's not breaking down on me constantly. But it's older than me. And yet we can't build a car today with all this technology All these years of advanced development. We can't build a car today that'll last 10 years. Something's wrong with that.
Nobody's talking about the fact that there's a generation of people who are going to school, literally getting themselves in debt to go to school to prepare for a job that won't exist by the time they graduate. I think people need to understand how our society is changing, especially in the job market. With everything changing with AI right now, like people really are going to school right now, are preparing to go to school. And I'm talking about children who are in middle school, children who are in high school, children who are in their freshman year. By the time they get out, the job that they're preparing for, the job that these schools aren't telling them this is going to take over AI, because technically, why would a teacher tell you that? Why would a professor tell you that? When if you find this information out, you're going to say, well, what's the fucking point of me being here? They're preparing you for something, for a world that will no longer exist by the time you graduate. A world that won't exist by the time you get to that age. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's very important for parents and everybody to kind of just be like, look, practically the job that you're probably wanting to do and be when you grow up or get out of high school to do, it might not be there. Because there might be an AI system out there to some extent. I don't know what type of systems they have that will do your job better than you.
Why would you give up a career of 22 years and take early retirement and take a huge hit on your pension? And why would you do all this shit? Well, it's fucking simple for me. I'm 56 years old now. My dad died at 59. His dad died somewhere between 59 and 61. And I'm looking at me going, even though I take way better care of myself and I take the right supplements and I do the shit that I'm supposed to do, and I have 2 toddlers running around that I'm fucking chasing every day, and we're out doing things, there's still a part of me that says, you could fucking die at 59 too. So it became more important for me to spend time with my kids, because my 26-year-old never got that dad. And I'm like, I'll be damned if these kids grow up someday and go, I don't know this guy.
I personally love quitting. I love quitting. I think quitting is amazing. If I don't want to do something anymore, I'm not going to. It's literally that simple. I'm 24 years old. I don't have any more years of my life to waste doing things that I don't want to do. I don't care how long I've been doing something. I don't care how much time I put into it. I'd rather only put in as much time up until that point and no more after that. You know what I mean? Like if I spent a year doing something and I decide I don't want to do it anymore, I'd rather have only used a year of my life doing that instead of keep going because, oh, well, I've already done it for a year. I have to keep going. No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't care how much time, money, effort, energy, whatever. That's in the past. You put it in, it's done now. If you don't want it anymore right now, you just stop. Then just stop. Just stop. It's that simple. It's that simple. It really is.
So I just seen a report, guys, that said about only 25% of people, non-homeowners, believe that they will be able to buy a home in the next 5 years. And if you really stop and think about how insane that actually is for a second, that means most people who do not own homes right now, they believe that they will never have a shot at owning a home, realistically. And honestly, I think we don't talk about it enough about how depressing that is for the working class Americans. Because this is not just people being lazy or bad with money like older generations love to say. The reality is that housing prices exploded, interest rates went up, rent became extremely expensive, groceries are expensive, insurance is expensive, healthcare is expensive, childcare is expensive, and wages have not kept up with the cost of living the way people pretend it has. A lot of people are just barely staying afloat month to month, let alone saving tens of thousands of dollars for a down payment. And yes, before somebody says it, I understand our parents struggled too. Life was not magically easier for everybody back then. But we should also stop pretending that the math is remotely even the same. A lot of older Americans were buying homes when average prices were, compared to income, were dramatically lower than they are now. College was cheaper, rent was cheaper, healthcare was cheaper, and one decent full-time income could literally support an entire household in ways that feel almost impossible for the younger generation today. And honestly, according to experts, this has started to create a psychological shift in America that people are underestimating. Because generations before us were raised believing that if you worked hard enough, you could eventually build stability. you know, buy a house, build a family, have a retirement someday. But now we have millions of younger people working all the time, feeling like they're permanently stuck in survival mode, no matter how hard they push themselves. And that's a problem. And that's why a lot of the working class people are angry right now. Not because we all expect, luxury like yachts or mansions and the nicest cars. No, we just want to be able to pay our bills in full and then maybe have some extra to go to Dave and Buster's with our kids without worrying about where that extra money's coming from. We just want a realistic shot at stability without feeling like every year we're falling further and further behind while also being told that the economy is supposedly doing amazing. Because when us regular people stop believing that we can ever realistically build a stable future, that changes a country in ways that politicians should absolutely not ignore. And before somebody comes in saying, well, I made it work, so everybody else should too, I say good for you, genuinely. But I want you to understand not everybody starts from the same place mentally, emotionally, financially, or even neurologically. Some people are dealing with anxiety, ADHD, depression, trauma, burnout, disabilities, kids, or jobs that completely drain them every day. Life is not an equal playing field, and I think a little more empathy for struggling working class people would go a very, very long way right now.
The economy is getting confusing each and every day, and a lot of people are starting to feel this way. Just think about it. It seems like the economy wants to take 10 steps forward, but takes 20 steps back each and every time. 1 minute you think it's going to get better, it gets worse. And that's the crazy part, because we've been waiting for a change for so long. We don't know what to do. Our Americans are running out of hope. Their backs are against the wall. And a lot of people feel that way. They're trying to look for a way out, but it seems like they're getting cornered each and every time they try to look for a better way. So that's why people are just frustrated, because they're trying to make some sense into this. That's why it's confusing each and every day. They feel like the economy failed them. And they're heartbroken, devastated. And that's what makes it terrifying. Because we don't know. What's the next step? What's the next move? What's the solution? Nobody knows. Because it seems like when you think of a solution, it never gets value anyway. Nobody cares to listen. And people feel like their voice is not being heard no more, even though your voice makes up the country. But everyone forgot about it. And that's the sad situation. It's like, it don't matter no more. And it used to. And that's why everybody is so frustrated.